So today we're going to start documenting the build of my tiny house, which I am making here in my backyard. This process has taken me about 6 to 8 months so far of all the planning and everything before we finally started the build. My original plan was to get a Home Depot barn and turn it into a tiny home, but then it turns out that I needed to build a concrete foundation and get a building permit and worry about zoning and blah 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 blah, and it was going to cost me about 20 grand just to get the building put on this property. So I decided to go with a shipping container. Shipping containers are large, weatherproof, and cheap. I got this 45-foot shipping container for $3,700 delivered to my property, and ever since then we've been busting our butts turning it into a tiny house. I've been having a lot of financial difficulties, so my plan is to live in this tiny house and rent out my regular house so I can get help in paying my mortgage. And then when the mortgage is paid, I can probably retire immediately if I choose to continue living in this tiny home. So that's kind of where we're at right now. This thing was incredibly ungainly when it first arrived here. It was like a rusty red color and just looked nasty. So the first thing we did was we went down to Home Depot and picked out a nice paint for it. The fellow that sold me the shipping container told me that if you use exterior paint with primer, that it stops rusting. So that was the first thing we did, was we painted the entire thing. So let's just take a quick peek at the outside of it. Again, this thing is just huge. And honestly, I'm very excited about living in it because it's going to open up a whole lot of possibilities as far as what I'm able to do with my life. This is the side that's facing the street. We actually had to cut a hole in the fence over here just to get the thing delivered to the property. And I've actually decided to leave this hole here because I'm going to create a driveway that goes from here up to the tiny house and over here onto the side, where I'm going to create a little carport. And this is where my Ural for Indiana Jones is going to be parked. This is going to be a shipping container that Indiana Jones would be happy to live in. This side is going to be the bedroom, and we're going to put two basement-sized windows up here on the top. We can't cut into the door without disturbing the structural integrity of the shipping container. So we have to make the windows very small in order for it to maintain its rigidity. So that's why we were going with the basement doors right here. And when you see inside what we've got going on in the bedroom, you'll understand a little bit more. So let's just go along the side here. Incidentally, work has been going on in this thing for about 6 weeks at this point. You can see we've already got the door cut. And this is going to be our front door right here. It's not permanently attached yet, just a little jerry rig right now so that we can go in and out of it while we're working. And then this section along the back is going to be the kitchen, followed by the bathroom. And there's the sheet that got cut out so we could put the door in. So anyway, that's the outside and pretty much what we have so far right now. So let's go ahead and take a peek inside. Be warned, the inside is a mess, but I really wanted to document this build. So we're going to be coming out here probably once every couple of weeks, just so that everyone can see the progress that we're making here. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside. It's a little dark in here, so I brought my headlamp just in case. So here is where the kitchen's going to be. This is a 6-foot kitchen cabinet with a countertop that I got from Home Depot for about $120. And if you look in the back here, this is where the bathroom is going to be. It's kind of full right now, so we're not really able to go in there, but we will in a future video. We've got one wall cut over here. We're going to have the shower back here in this corner. It's a 4-foot by 3-foot shower. And then we're going to have the toilet in the corner over here, followed by a small sink. Here's one wall. We're going to have another wall on this side that's about the length of this counter. So the door for this is going to be pretty small. But the bathroom is going to be a little bit cramped, but you know, you got to make sacrifices if you're going to live in a tiny home. We're also putting a sliding door in here so that you don't need to worry about space issues when you're opening and closing the door. This is our other kitchen cabinet down here. This one's going to go on the opposite wall, along with a washer-dryer combo, a refrigerator, and an 18-inch dishwasher. I kind of wanted to go without the dishwasher, but the wife really wanted one, so we compromised with an 18-incher. Now, if you notice with the 2x4s we've already got put up over here, some of them are turned outwards on this side, and some are turned flat on this side. We did that because the plumbing, all the plumbing for the house is going to go along this wall where we have the bathroom, the toilet, the sink. We're going to have the kitchen sink on this side as well. And then on the other side over here, we're just going to have a regular water hookup for the washer dryer. All the rest of it is going to be flat to save on space. So anyway, this is the current corner of the tiny house where the kitchen and bathroom is going to go. So over here, on the other side of the front door, is where we're going to have our living area. So that's going to be along here and along this wall over here. You can see some of the electric is already getting put in. So a lot of work done on this house already. Up here we're going to have a ceiling fan and another ceiling fan in the bedroom area. We got this plywood that is going to be going down on the floor. We've already got a hardwood floor here, but this one is going to allow it to be completely flat, and then we're going to put nice plank flooring over that for a nice finish on the floor when it's finished. Now, moving along in here, all this is going to be the living area. The living area is actually going to be quite a bit bigger than I was expecting, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then we've got this area plasticed off right now where the bedroom is going to go, because for those that aren't familiar with shipping containers, this thing gets really cold in the wintertime and really hot in the summertime. It's October right now, and it's getting a little bit colder out. So this area has been blocked off, and we've got a little electric heater out here so that my buddy Rich can stay warm while he's sleeping out here at night in the shipping container. So here is the bedroom area. What we've done here is we have elevated where the bed is going to go so that we've got tons of storage underneath. And we're going to extend that about 5 feet out so that we can put the bed up there either lengthwise or along one wall, whichever we prefer. And then up there is where we're going to cut our little windows. And there is our ceiling fan for the bedroom. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're going to put a hall closet like a normal bedroom would have along this wall. And then we're going to have room for a couple of dressers down here. And then we're going to have a sliding door for the bedroom right here. So that's kind of a basic floor plan of what we got going on for the tiny house right now. So there you have it. I will be back out here in a couple more weeks to do another video and give everyone an update on what we've made so far. But yeah, not exactly a whole lot to look at right now. I've got about 10 grand invested in this project. It was $3,700 for the shipping container, and then I've probably paid about $6,500 worth of materials so far. That's the plywood, the shower, the toilet sink, the kitchen sink, flooring, all of it. So in reality, I've bought almost everything we need to completely finish this project, other than the floor planks, which I mentioned earlier, and maybe a little bit more electrical work and some plumbing. So I'm hoping that I can build this entire thing for under $20,000. And thanks to my buddy Rich, who's been busting his butt helping me with this thing, I think that can be done. So I would like to give a quick shout out to Rich, who has, you know, been instrumental in this project. I could not do it without him. He's just been incredible. And Shan Chan's friend Chris, who's also been very helpful, adding in ideas as far as electric, plumbing, insulation, and has been quite happy to loan us his truck whenever we need it to go down to Home Depot and buy all this stuff. So we've got the door, we've got the windows, I mean, we've got pretty much everything, including all the tools. You name it, it's been bought. I've been going to Home Depot pretty much once a week and spending like $1,000 for about 6 weeks in a row. But you know, my credit card's just about tapped out at this point, but I think we've got enough to finish this project. So I'm very, very excited. Anyway, for those of you that are interested in tiny homes, I really, really think this is going to be an incredible opportunity. I can rent out my house, have my renters pay my mortgage, and live here for free, which opens up, you know, an incredible amount of possibilities as far as, you know, living and actually experiencing and enjoying life. So anyway, this is the first of many videos to come. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.